Hello everybody and welcome back to Victoria, where we are currently working our way through, well, these constructions eventually. We do have some market access issues up here, specifically because of our railway here. Now, engines are low cost, or not super low cost right now. Engines are not low cost at all. Noted. Okay, we can't go to electric trains at this time, and our employees here, we lack capitalists. Sure. Our vacancies, yeah, we just have a lot of vacancies here. So that'll need to get dealt with eventually. Let's resume our construction for now. We're going to get these rice farms done, but we're going to need additional rice farms here. So I'm going to actually take this up to 21. And the reason why I know that is because I actually tried this previously. I got like 2 minutes into the episode and then had a giant coughing fit. So I know that we're going to need that. And I just decided to cut that out and be like, okay, let's restart. So that was the idea there. We know that we're going to need these rice farms, so let's just get them queued up and get them done. So that'll be fine. What do we have here? Oh. Yes, migration attraction. Sounds good. That event popped up last time as well. Cool. So far it's happening exactly the same way, and since I only got like 2.5 minutes in, it should be completely fine. No issue whatsoever here. We are, of course, at our target construction at this time, but we are not at our ability to support our target construction. So we're going to get some coal mines finished up. These are not necessarily useful. I'm actually thinking about delaying these coal mines. We know that we don't have personnel to work in Sakhalin or in Hokkaido, and there's reduced construction efficiency. So I'm just moving these down to the bottom of the queue for now. And we'll work our way through these fishing wharves for the moment. That'll be okay. We don't want to overbuild our coal too much, right? So that'll be good. In theory, anyway. There's a revolution in Oceania. Okay, cool. And we've still got about 1 million in gold reserves, so that's all looking absolutely fine. Rice farms are going to be done here in about 3 weeks, and then we'll evaluate what we need to do at that point. Our peasant numbers are down to 3.61 million, with our unemployment numbers at 4.5, or, well, about 500,000. We'll call it 500,000. That's fine, but it's definitely non-ideal. So looking at this, 749k, yeah, we can run this for a few more weeks. So all of these fishing wharves down here are actually going to be very good for us, I think. We need to get these done. How much are they actually going to produce for us, though, I wonder? Let's take a quick look at what that would end up being. So fishing wharves here, about half, like 400-ish. Okay, that's reasonable. Yeah, that's absolutely reasonable. So we're going to be running low on wood clippers iron. Fishing wharves consume clippers, do they not? They do. Okay, so we should definitely consider getting some additional shipyards. That would be for the best. So let's get 6 in Kyushu. How are we doing in Kyushu? Out of curiosity. Here it is. Okay. My Japanese geography is not as good as it should be. So at this point, we currently have 3.6k out of 45k. Noted. So our shipyards here are struggling, mostly with employees, right? So farmers with 13 qualifying machinists aren't willing to work for that wage. Yeah, okay. That's fine. Just getting additional economy of scale throughput is probably good. So we'll do that for right now. These fishing wharves are underway, and we would love to get those finished. The price of clippers is going to be going up, 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 up because of this. For the time being, that's okay. We're about to run out of cash here, and in fact, we should pause. So we'll let our construction pause here. We don't want to go into debt. 183k, though. That's a good sign. Now that it's had a little bit of time to settle, let's look at pricing here. So 0.87 for rice farms at this point. Very close to tobacco farms taking over, but we're not quite there yet. So we'll add in 10 rice farms in Tohoku. Although I want the shipyards and this railway to be prioritized. So it'll be something kind of like this. And we'll let this go up to, I don't know, maybe like 1.5 million or so in the gold reserves. We're definitely seeing our numbers improve, though. What do you got? You are a communist? Okay. We'll start a movement to enact state atheism. We don't care about that. So that's irrelevant for us. Nothing too major there. Clippers and wood are not as expensive now. Cool. We can see 13.1k for our subsidies. Our engine price is creeping upwards. Particularly, I suspect, up here. Indeed. And this is just a market access issue, right? Yeah, 60%. Yeah, that's what that is. Noted. Do we have this subsidized? We do. Okay, so there's just not people here to work it. Got it. Okay, let's resume here. So that'll be fine for now. We're resuming our construction. And we've got about 2 million, so that'll be fine. That'll let us run for a while. A railway finishing up in Kansai. Absolutely great. And these rice farms are going to be done in just a few weeks here. So that will definitely take the edge off of our construction costs. No doubt about that. Yep, we definitely need to continue to work on developing this economy. That's for sure. Let's take a quick look at what is considered expensive. Steel. Okay, we could definitely work on some steel. So we could grab, say, this would probably be in Chubu. Bringing this up to 10 around here. Do we want to do it right now? Yes. Let's get that going. So steel mills in Chubu will definitely help with that. What else do we need? I mean, furniture. I'm okay with these being done with private construction, so. Engines are a little bit expensive, but I think we're okay. So let's not queue up anything else for the moment. These rice farms will all be done within 7 weeks. And then we'll probably need some tobacco plantations, is my guess. Hawaii is improving relations. Okay, that's adorable. For the time being, that is fine. I'd really like to get some political movements going here. That would be great. Unfortunately, it's just not happening right now. It is just not happening. So, adopt state Shinto, huh? We need the Honorable Restoration Journal entry for that. And I don't see that. Oh, here it is, right here. Shogunate needs to not be part of the government. Okay, that's interesting. Well, the Shogunate is part of the government right now. We could definitely swap them out. What would be the highest that we could do while not having the Shogunate in the government? It would probably be a just full-on, like, 20 or so illegitimate government, right? What if it was just the samurai? Industrialist is 21. Intelligentsia is 8. Buddhist monks is 1. Yeah, it probably would end up being pretty bad, is my guess. Well, our rice farms are finished. We just finished up our shipyards as well. So that's great. Our fishing wharves are going to continue to be worked on for a while. We've got a number of those to go. These steel mills are 7 weeks away. We are about to go into debt, though, so we're going to pause this. 190k. Okay, that looks good. So, checking in here. 0.66, 0.76. Tobacco it is. So we'll get 10 of those queued up, and we'll get those done around the same time that these steel mills finish. We're definitely seeing our finances improve here, though. No doubt about that. We're able to spend more and more time constructing all the time here. What are we working on for tech? Improved fertilizer? We're 3 years out on that. Yeah, that makes sense. We've also got canneries that are 5 to 7 months out. And what are we working on over here? Hydraulic cranes? I mean, port max level, sure. And in here, central banking, which that would actually be great for us. We'd love to get more minting. That would be a nice boon. No doubt about that. So we're at 1.4 million right now. We'll give this about 3 more weeks. And then we'll resume our construction at that time. We're definitely able to put in quite a lot of construction effort here. We're just not able to do it all the time. Not without going into debt, anyway. So after this week, we'll get this resumed, and we'll get those tobacco plantations underway. And we're now getting quite close to being able to get all of this going at once, right? Very, very close indeed. We're currently consuming tools, fabric, wood, and iron for our construction. We would like to move on to steel frame buildings fairly soon. It would result in a fair amount of changes to our economy, no doubt about that. Hydraulic cranes have been unlocked, which we're not shocked about. And these steel mills in Chubu are going to be done in 3 weeks. So that's all looking good. Our literacy rate has been steadily improving, which is good. We're very, very happy about that. But it needs to go up further and faster. No doubt about that, too. Our steel mills are done now, though, so that's good. And our tobacco plantations are going to be done in 2 weeks here. And then we're going to work on a bunch of fishing wharves for the time being. These iron mines, they're unlikely to do too much other than increasing our economy of scale efficiencies. And that's basically all they're going to do. So that is mildly awkward for us for sure. We're going to work through these fishing wharves for a while here. This is definitely going to be a pretty speedy process to get through each of these. They're about 8 weeks each to construct, and we've only got like 4 pages of them. So that's not going to be too bad. But we do want to continue to work on some agriculture here. Livestock ranches have come up in value to 0.9, and they are now the most valuable thing that we can build. So we'll max out in Kansai with +7, and then we'll do an additional 3 in Chugoku, even though it's a little less efficient there. That'll be fine for the moment. So we'll get those going. We definitely have the ability to get these livestock ranches done before we have to pause our construction. So that is great. We're very pleased about that. Absolutely wonderful here. So livestock ranches are finishing eventually here in 5 weeks. And these fishing wharves, they are, I mean, we're going to have these up here that are going to be a little slower, minus 13.1%. That's not too bad. In Hokkaido, it's going to be the same 13.1%. Yeah, I'm not too concerned about that. How are we doing on our peasants and unemployment at this time? We definitely need to work on that. Being able to consistently construct would be helpful for that. No doubt about it. For the time being, let's get these livestock ranches complete, and we'll let the market settle for a week or two before we do anything else with this. In fact, let's just let this run small arms. Small arms were briefly expensive there. Okay, let's toss in some arms industries in Chubu. I'm going to do 3. Do we need any additional munitions plants? Not right now. Okay. So that's fine. We may want to get some motor industries going as well. No? Okay, we don't. Sounds good. So let's just run out of funding here. This will be about another 4 weeks or so. 3 to 4 weeks, so that's fine. We'll get good progress on these fishing wharves. And that'll be absolutely okay. We'll pause this again, and we'll resume our construction shortly. Cool. So minus 95k is a significant improvement from where we were. There's no doubt about that. 447k unemployment, and where is this? Primarily in, like, Chigoku, actually. Actually, no, it's primarily in Shikoku and Kansai. Noted. We do have some tooling workshops going into Kansai. We have 1 arable land there. That's kind of hilarious. Sure. Okay, we're in debt right now. We need to pause this. So up over 200 there briefly. That's a good sign. I want to take a look at our agriculture prices at this point. So 0.61, 0.78. Okay, rice farms is where it's at. Let's max out in Shukoku. We know that we have some unemployment there, so let's get that maxed. in Kansai, we definitely want to start thinking about building something to take advantage of these 200,000 unemployed people, right? So what would we want to build there? Motor industries? I mean, that would be nice. Steel mills? That would be an interesting thing to build there. Yeah, I think steel mills are a good option. So let's get a couple going in Kansai. I'm going to queue up 3, I guess 4 there. That'll be fine. Oh, City of Plenty, indeed. The party will never end. Fantastic. Okay, so we're at about 1.57 million. We've got about 2 weeks until we resume our constructions here. Sounds good. We're going to get these steel mills done, we're going to get these rice farms done, and then these arms industries. So we do have a fair amount of motor industries here right now. Okay, this is currently negative in its income. Noted. Mostly due to the price of steel. So completing these steel mills would be a very, very good thing. Let's resume our construction here. We can run this for a while. Only 50K? That's going to change, right? I expect this to go back to around 90 for our deficit here. But it's hovering at 50. It's been a couple of week ticks. Huh. We're definitely seeing our subsidies creeping upwards. So that, of course, means that we need to drop the price of railways, right? So this shooting up here, this is because of the price of engines. And that's because of the price of steel. So we need to get these steel factories completed ASAP. No doubt about that. These rice farms in Shikoku are going to be a little bit slow to construct. No doubt about that either. But we'll get that done soon enough. Clippers Iron Wood. We had a wood shortage. There's a small arms expenditure issue. Let's move up these arms industries. I intended for them to be up top. So we'll do something like this. Rice farms will get done fairly soon here. There we go. And now we're working on some of these fishing wharves as well. Okay, cool. So only running about a 50K deficit is significantly better than where I expected to be here. Our subsidies have dropped off, and this deficit is creeping back upwards, presumably due to the price of iron. Presumably. Possibly clippers, but I strongly suspect it's due to the prices of iron and wood. Yes, almost certainly. Iron and wood. How are we doing for our iron mines in Kanto? Okay, we're attempting to employ here. They just won't accept the wage. Okay. Sure. Our wages are kind of wonky. There's no doubt about that. So let's get these steel mills done and arms industries. Those will help us quite a lot. How much are we spending on small arms right now? Okay. That's not actually that big of a deal. These steel mills likely will be, though. So that would be great. Getting steel mills online would be a big deal. So we've got about 5 weeks left on those. And we finish up all of our rice farms. So with those rice farms completed... Oh yeah, they're already employed as well. Excellent. Wait, no, those were down here. They're already employed as well. Perfect. So that'll all be good. Those will start producing for us. The steel mills coming online is what we're really angling for here, though. That is mission 1. Of course, that's kind of going to... Well, that's a complicated relationship with iron, because steel mills are going to reduce the price of engines. But the biggest issue that we have here is coal. We have a lot of coal mines that are built. They're just not actually being employed. Where are they? I know we've got them around here somewhere. Not up here. Let's see. Not over here. Where are our coal mines? Hang on. I know they're in here somewhere. Resources. Coal mines. They're not here at all. Oh, no, I'm dumb. I'm very blind. They're in Kyushu. Okay. So they're down over this way. Good to know. So at this point, we can see they're about 68% employed. They're working on it, is the answer. They're working on it. It requires additional work, to be sure. But for now, that's reasonably fine. I want to check in on our infrastructure. So up here in Shikoku, this just needs employees. In Kansai, we actually do need an additional railway. In Tohoku, we need employees. In Sakhalin, we need employees. Okay. So just the one railway. Beautiful. Those steel mills and arms factories are now online. Iron is continuing to be expensive, and steel mills aren't really going to directly affect that. I mean, they'll probably drive the price up slightly of iron. That is reasonably expected. I'm not shocked about that. We're almost done with our fishing wharves, though, and we'll start to work on additional iron mines. Not that we have people to work in them. That's our core problem right now, and we just have a lack of political movements. We can't put in the laws that we need without political movements, and nobody's getting banished, which is sad. Very sad indeed. We do need to pause our construction, though. And we're definitely seeing our finances getting a lot better. I want to check in here on pricings. 0.65, 0.63, 0.64, 0.44, 0.5, 0.2, 0.8, and 0.83. Okay. So tobacco plantations, it is. I only want 10 for right now. Cool. So we're going to be doing something like this. What else is expensive right now? I mean, clothing, but I'm okay with, like I said, clothing being in the private construction category for right now. If we have a significant issue, we can deal with that. Steel and paper. Okay, now that's definitely something we can work on. So we can continue to work in Chubu. We can take this up to like plus 11 to max out our economy of scale there. And then paper mills in Chubu as well. We could take that up to plus 14 to max out that economy of scale. And then we would want to bring up these tobacco plantations and this railway. So it would end up being something like this. It's going to be a slow process. We can resume our construction, and so we shall. We'll get these tobacco plantations done, and then we'll get these paper mills done. It's going to be a little bit before we get all the way through this, but I'm hoping that that happens before... Okay, we're running a wood shortage. Noted. I'm hoping that that ends up happening before we run out of cash. We'll see. That wood shortage, of course, if only we had people in this logging camp. That would help a lot. We do not. We're attempting to employ people here, but there's just no one in Hokkaido. Hokkaido does not have people. And its pop growth is still negative. Mortality is higher than the birth rate here, and that is very, very painful. I mean, their standard of living is significantly low, right? No doubt about that. That said, as our economy grows, we will be able to address that very, very, very soon. We just need to get to the point where we're consistently running a surplus. That's the idea, anyway. So we're going to get these paper mills completed. The paper mills are, of course, not going to help the wood shortage. But that's okay. Just getting off of isolationism would be a significant boon for us. No doubt about that. Being able to run import routes would be amazing. But unfortunately, we can't do that at this time. So we're working on all of the paper mills, and the steel mills will be finished eventually beyond that. We're down to 1.55 million for our gold reserves. This seems reasonably okay. There's canneries, though, so that will help out our food industry a little bit. More iron, more fish. I'm okay with bringing up the price of fish. The price of iron is going to be a little painful. But we can definitely do that. Improved fertilizer is only 6 months away now as well. So that'll be very good for helping out our farms. We'll be able to go to fertilizers, and that will be significant. That'll mean that we have fewer laborers, but more farmers. Noted. And we can't go to automatic irrigation for our plantations yet. Okay, sounds good. So for now, that's our status, right? We need people, specifically people with qualifications. That would be great. Unfortunately, we also, in order to get that as a prerequisite, we need to get a political movement. And we just haven't had an opportunity to create one. It's sad. It's very sad. We are going to be getting central banking in 3 to 5 months, which will help matters significantly. Like, just imagine if we had people in Hokkaido, right? We have these gold mines here. That would be amazing. Imagine if we had this logging camp operational. That would be great. Imagine if we had people working these gold fields. That would be amazing, too. We just don't. We could think about getting rid of some of these. No one working here. No one working... Is there anyone working in Hokkaido? Do we have anyone employed in Hokkaido? The university. Okay. The railway has some people employed. The barracks does. But there's a significant issue there. No doubt about that. It will not be blamed for our good craftsmanship. Indeed. So that is absolutely fine for the moment. We're going to be done with our paper mills here in the next 3 weeks. So that's great. The steel mills are primarily... Oh, no, they're entirely under construction. Okay. I thought that there might still be a couple steel mills not being built, but that's not the case. Fantastic. So these paper mills are coming online. That is not going to help the price of wood. That's for sure. The price of wood is going to continue to creep upwards, but these steel mills are going to finish eventually. We are now in debt, so we're going to need to pay that off. Now, the primary goal behind these paper mills was not, in fact, to produce all of that paper. The primary goal, and this is actually employed all the way up, the primary goal here, Tahiti, no, get out of here. The primary goal was to bump us up to having the better economy of scale. That's the goal there. So we're up to 577k at this point. These steel mills will be done fairly soon, but I do want to check through our agriculture here quick. 0.67. Tea. Okay. We'll make some tea plantations. So that'll be absolutely fine, and we'll get those going fairly soon. We just want to let this build up a little bit. This feels like it's maybe been stagnating a little bit. I think the cause of that is, well, the same as the cause of everything else. The same as the cause of absolutely all of our problems. We have the same problem, like, 30 times right now. And that problem is lack of qualified employees. We do have average pop growth of plus 0.5%, but we really want to bring those numbers up. There's improved fertilizers, so that's good. Chemical plants for our farms and leads to nitrogen fixation. Okay, so let's go to improved fertilizers. Yes, this is going to be a significant reduction right now, but we're going to drive up the demand significantly. So here in rice farms, we're going to do that. Phenomenal. Clippers, wood, iron shortages. Okay. Not shocked about that one at all. Now, we could potentially get modern sewerage. I don't think that's all that useful for the moment. I think what we really need to be doing is getting something like egalitarianism. Sure, that might be good. We'd like to work up some institutions, right? In fact, we could work law enforcement up to the cap. That would probably be okay. Reducing our state penalties from turmoil? Yeah, that seems fine. But what I really want to do here is I really want to move us over into anything here. Some form of schools and some form of health system. That's what we really need. For now, though, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we'll see if we manage to get there. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Shadow Wolf, Andy McGar, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12UK, Kentogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.